Yo, what's going on with y'all? I'm back with another video. Today we're finally installing the heat exchanger on my Q50. It was on back order for a little while and it's been sitting in my room for like 2 weeks. I picked it up pretty recently and I'm finally gonna do it. This isn't meant to be like a whole tutorial. I'm gonna try my best to walk you guys through it, but it's my first time doing this, so we'll see how it goes. This is the heat exchanger right here. Once I take off the original, you'll see how small it is in comparison. The only thing is you do have to like bleed out the system and everything. That's like the main thing that I'm concerned about. But I have the airlift tool I'll show you guys in a little bit, and once I actually have this installed and everything, I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I'm gonna rent out an air compressor and I'm gonna use that to properly bleed out the system. I'm waiting for my Boosted6 intakes to come in. It should be in by like the next week. I think it should be off back order. That's what I think they said. But in the meantime, we'll go back to the garage. I'll take the bumper off, show you guys all that. I'm not gonna show you how to do it, but I'm gonna take the bumper off. I'm gonna start taking everything off so I could, you know, drain the coolant, take off the old system, put the new one in, and then we go from there. All right, so this right here is the airlift tool I was talking about, or the vacuum coolant bleeding tool. As you can see, that right there is the measly ass heat exchanger that comes with the car stock. You gotta remove that right there, those 4 bolts, headlight, which is like 3 I think, clip, bolt, more bolts right there. Also some shit up here, airbag sensor. You don't want to use an impact on that. I believe this right here, you have to loosen it up in order to push the condenser back so you can actually fit in the new heat exchanger. Alright, so I don't believe I got this great on camera. We got the hoses off, leaked a little bit. For this part, guys, I do recommend you have an extra set of hands to help you out. And I also recommend you keep the stock heat exchanger bolted on before draining everything. Drain everything and then unbolt it. When you let it sag down, I think it creates kind of an awkward angle. I removed this bar right here, 210 mils. Now I'm gonna remove this. It's 13s, 4 13s, and the headlight. Alright, it's about to rain, so I'm gonna try to install this really quickly. At least just connect the hoses on and like the bolts before putting everything back together. And yeah, so basically what you gotta do is you gotta push with like a screwdriver and get leverage, or with your hand push up under on the bottom corners, and there's gonna be like a rubber thing that falls into a hole to like hold it in place. You just gotta push it back like with a little bit of force, and it gives you the space to fit in the heat exchanger, because without doing that, you're not gonna be able to fit it in. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I forgot if I recorded this already, but this is what we're looking like. It's looking way better, obviously, but ran into an issue. They didn't give us a hose, so I had to go back this morning to get it, because I bought another hose and adapters. It was leaking from the compressor and it was leaking to the connection to that airlift tool that I have. So hopefully it doesn't leak now, because if it does, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably just have to end up taking the L and like, I guess doing it the way that other people do it, which is by just letting it burp itself. But I don't know if that's like really the best method. Worst comes to worst, I guess I would just do something like that, but I'm gonna test it out right now. I gotta go to work soon, so, and like I said, this is rented. Hopefully it works. This is what we're gonna be using. Same brand, funny enough, OEM tools. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got this all set up. I'm gonna turn this a very tiny amount so that it's just drizzling in there. And this might take a little bit longer, but supposedly it should help not build up air pockets by not just dumping it in. You can already see air bubbles. A lot of bubbles are coming up. Alright guys, I kid you not, I go inside for 1 second, I come back outside and I see that this shit is full. I'm like, fuck, this shit's like flowing fast. So I go to slow it down, and I realize it's not actually flowing at all. This is all the way filled up. Alright boys, we got it off. Really was no spilling whatsoever. Now we insert the turkey baster. We are above the max line, but when we turn the car on, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna fall down anyways. Highest heating setting and low fan.
A few moments later.
This really fucking pains me to say, but looks like my radiator cracked and it's done. So when I turned it on this morning, everything was cool. I know it's dripping. I thought it was the AC. It's not. Alright, boys, we're back. It's a few days later. To sum it up, I had to send it to my mechanic because I was tired of trying to figure out where it was coming from. I really didn't know. And apparently, according to him, the bleeder valve was faulty on it. So I don't know if I messed something up. I don't think I did because I didn't even touch it. But Boosted6 does pressure test their heat exchangers. So I'm not really sure how that happened. But he fixed the seal on it or whatever. And it's not leaking anymore. So we're all good. But obviously, I didn't get footage of that. It was kind of a headache. It's all good now. Now, my intakes came in. So I've decided to make it into the same video because I'm really not going to show you guys how to install them. Turbo P has a great video. I'm going to install these and I'm going to show y'all how it goes. I had bought some white lithium grease. That's what he recommended to lubricate everything down to help it fit in. These are the new parts using this little 1/4 inch ratchet. I got these 2 6 inches and I already have a 3 inch, but you're gonna have some hard to reach places, so just keep that in mind. He also burped out all the air for me because obviously I wasn't able to finish it since I was leaking coolant. I've been on and off the highway, all over the street, pushing the car. It's super fucking hot today. Like, it's starting to get really hot here in South Florida, and the car is just amazing. Like, I'm not feeling power loss. Now, of course, if I do a bunch of hard pulls back to back, I am gonna get heat soak eventually, because back then it was like I'll do like 1 or 2 pulls, drive, not even pulls, bro. I could just do like little pulls, drive a little spirited, and like I'll just not be able to push the car anymore. I try pushing it, the ECU just shuts it down a little bit. For those of you that are like, oh, should I get a heat exchanger, should I not? If you're hesitant to get it and you're like waiting like me, I waited kind of until like one of my last mods, but if you're hesitant to get it, it's a great mod. Like, you might think that you're not gonna feel it because you're not getting more power out of it. You basically are kind of getting power from it because you lose power when you push the car. You're basically retaining your power is what I'm trying to say. So it's gonna feel good. Like, you really are gonna feel a difference. Obviously, everybody should get it. Even if you're stock, you should get it. All right, y'all boys, it is nighttime. We got them in. Took longer than expected. The main issue with this shit is you need an electric socket wrench, like the automatic, like electric ones. Don't use a manual one, bro. It's a pain in the dick. If I had one, it would have been way easier. The only issue is I don't know if these got like put on correctly, the actual filters themselves, because in the video it says make sure it's like all the way down, and they don't want to go all the way down. I used a bunch of lubricant, pushed it down. The filters actually got warped, as you can see, because of how much I was pushing it down. So I'm hoping it's all good. I'm hoping the MAF sensors were on correctly with the 2.5 sleeves. I don't want to throw any codes because I'm dead ass sick and tired of working on the car. But even though it's something so simple, I'm about to turn it on. We're gonna see how it goes, drive it around, praying no like MAF codes or anything, praying, fingers crossed. No code so far, but I kind of edged you guys because I'm not gonna film revs here since it's kind of late. So I'm gonna drive off somewhere else, replace the batteries on this camera, and I'm gonna show y'all what it's sounding like. Ready?
I'm indeed ready.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this shit feels quicker, bro. This shit feels a little bit quicker just with the intakes, which is kind of weird because obviously we're on stock tune and everything. But we are now officially full bolt on, just missing the tunes, obviously. Damn, that spool sounds good though.